Hello, today is Saturday, March 28th. How you guys doing? It's a stressful time. I know it is definitely a stressful time. But it's time for our meeting highlights. Just because there's no meetings doesn't mean I'm not going to have a highlight. We're going to talk about how to create a new routine. And first off, I want to thank Joan over at Joan's Point and Plate. She walked me through printing off this because I couldn't figure it out last week. And so she showed me how to do it, so I should be all set. And I'll be able to go over the meeting with you. I did try to attend a virtual meeting. I got very frustrated. We are not part of we are a franchise or we're not a franchise, I don't know, but we're not with the main organization. That's all I know. That's why our fees are so much higher. But when I went on a rant about this the other day, is, you know, like with their capabilities, with their IT services, you think they could come up with a way that I could put my town in, New Baltimore, Michigan, and then hit the thing and it would come up. But no, I have to hit New Baltimore Workshop or whatever it was that I had to put, Chesterfield Workshop. And then you have to scroll through all of the cities and states, all 50 states. And they didn't have them in alphabetical order. I'm thinking they could have put it in alphabetical order. And then when I went to get on it and I finally figured it out and I finally got to get to the meeting, there was a problem and a glitch in the system, and so we didn't have our virtual meeting. So I didn't do it. So I haven't done it. I'm going to try again. I know I can go on any meeting, whatever, but I kind of was hoping I could have my own leader, but my own leader's not even doing the meetings. So, and ours, I know that, I think all Weight Watchers, but I know ours particularly have extended the virtual meetings till April 30th. So we'll see. But anyway, we'll start off with my weight loss because, well, let me show you. I'll show you here right now. Okay, let's see how I did this week. Ooh, I had a loss. Yeah, I had a loss. 217.8. I lost 0.8. So my total loss is 86.4. I'm just so happy. I was shooting for a whole pound. I'll be honest with you. I was shooting for a whole pound, but I'll take a 0.8 because I'm not getting as much activity. I was before, I always walk my 2 miles. Today I'm not walking because it's raining. It's raining. It's boring. It's really raining hard. But Jim and I walk every morning. We walk 2 miles every morning without fail, unless it's raining like it is today. But I didn't realize how much I actually went out and about during the day and how much moving I did because I usually hit between 8,000 and 10,000 steps a day, and now I'm really struggling just to get to 7,500. But I'm getting at least 7,500 in each day. So anyway, enough of that. How to create a new routine. It used to be something like this. Wake up, get ready, drop the kids off, commute to work, repeat, do it again. Well, you know what? We still have that Groundhog Day. It's get up, maybe get dressed, maybe plan our meals for the day, maybe see what the kids are doing. No, we have to, first of all, we should stick to some sort of a routine. Get up and get dressed. My daughter is staying in her pajamas. I'm thinking, no, get up, get dressed, do something. I can stay in my pajamas all day. I'm retired. But you have to change up your routine just a little bit. But now that a typical routine is disrupted, it's suddenly more challenging to maintain a sense of normalcy and the healthy habits we've worked hard to achieve. It's so hard, and you know what, I've said this on all my daily vlogs, don't turn to food because, you know, food's just really not going to comfort you. But saying that, if having some food comforts you, because food is comfort, you know, I know that because I fall victim to that myself, then have the food if that's going to comfort you. Don't live with all this stress and anxiety. If a cupcake's going to make you feel a little bit better, have the cupcake, because once this is over, and it will be over, we'll just get back to living our normal lives again. Well, I don't think our lives will ever be normal again, but our new normal, and we will strike up a new routine, and we're going to learn from this, is my point. And once we get back to our new routine, we'll lose that weight that we gained over this stressful time. The more we stick to a new routine, though, the easier and more automatic it will become. Having structure and consistency will help you create a new normal to balance all the things. Use the 3 steps below to help structure your day. And I'll film this at the end. I'll do a clip of it so that you can see what it is. Number 1, decide what's important. Make a list of all that really matters to you. Maybe it's your daily work responsibilities, keeping your family happy, staying on track with your goals to eat well, be active, take care of your mindset. Be sure to include both of what you need and want to do. I am so missing my family. I can't even begin to tell you. I've always told you that the greatest punishment on earth for me would be not having my family. And even though I FaceTime them and talk to them, and I talk to them every day, and I FaceTime my daughter and my grandkids, I miss them. I just miss having them close. I miss having them nearby. It's just so hard for me. It's just so hard. And this is the hardest struggle for me, is the point. And I'll be honest with you that I think part of what keeps me in check, keeping my routine in check, is that it's Lent. Because I do make sacrifices during Lent that I don't know why I can't do the rest of the year, but I have no problem following them for the 6 or 7 weeks of Lent. But somehow I don't have that same commitment the rest of the year. I wish I could figure that out, but I don't know what it is. But I pretty much stick to the same routine. I get up every day, I go for my walk, although now I have Jim walking with me. Where my routine is a little bit different is Jim is not on WW, and he always worked afternoons, and so he was never here. So I always ate a light dinner. I would have a salad or just something that I like WW friendly. I'm not used to making a dinner every night. And Jim every morning will say, well, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? So I have to think on that. Jim is a cook. He was a cook in the Army. He was a short order cook when we were dating. So he does know how to cook. And he eats a lot of wild game, which he has in his freezer outside. So he does make a lot of his own meals. So I can pretty much stay on track, which is why I lost 0.8. Number 2, adapt activities. Was Thursday night your go-to happy hour outing with friends? Don't change that. Invite your buddies to a FaceTime version and virtual cheers. Have an I'll do something list. This is a great time to tackle it. Start a daily meditation practice or clean out that hall closet. Okay, I can't clean that one more thing in my house. My house is so clean. Jim has done everything on his honey-do list because he doesn't have any. I think the only thing left he has is to clean his workroom out. That's about the only thing left. We've done everything else. But we still get our walk in, which Jim never walked before, so now he does walk. And I'm still pretty much staying to the plan, other than I didn't realize that how often I went out, but now I have to stay home. And what I am going to miss is my siblings. We go out once a month for dinner, and my couple's dinner, which was supposed to be last night, or no, the night before, Thursday night. That's been put on hold, and it's just, like I'm thinking my vacation plans are going to be on hold for July. Look how much I was looking forward to that, and now I don't know. Number 3 is make a plan. Once you know what you want to do, create a schedule. Start with tomorrow. Post it on your fridge or somewhere easy to see. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. As you get used to things, it takes time to settle into a new routine. And be sure to make any needed changes along the way. Every day you might have to tweak it a little bit. It is kind of like a Groundhog Day, so maybe you can be like Bill Murray and learn something new and repeat it again the next day, and you'll learn a little bit more. But also what you want to do is prioritize your sleep. It'll be so easy now that you're home to constantly be napping. Try to stay to the same schedule that you had before. They tell you to develop a relaxing ritual that's going to be relaxing that you can do every night. And part of that is just shutting your phone off, turning off your computers, turning your TV off. Try to silently read or meditate or listen to some soft music. Don't listen to some really, jazzy music or whatever, because that's just going to get you, going. But they offer these suggestions that you should establish a bedtime and go to bed at the same time every night. And I pretty much stick to that. I go to bed anytime. I've always gone to bed between 1 and 2:30 in the morning. That's just what I do. And I pretty much still stick to that. Avoid caffeine. I don't drink anything with caffeine in it after 7 o'clock because it does tend to keep me awake. I do know that. Avoid alcoholic drinks. They say that even though it relaxes you enough to fall asleep, you only get your first little REM sleep, but then when it goes into the second phase of your sleep, that you're not sleeping sound because the alcohol is kind of like affecting your system and keeping you awake. So even though you think it gets you to sleep right away, it really doesn't. The next thing is to expose yourself to some sunlight. I know, especially in Michigan, there's not much sunlight. I do take a vitamin D tablet in the winter to kind of boost my vitamin D intake. But I do think I get enough sun. You know, it's behind the clouds. Even in the summer, if it's behind the clouds, you can get your worst burn if the sun's not out because you're kind of fooled into thinking it's not really shining down on you. So even on the cloudiest days, you are getting a little bit of sun and you want to get some vitamin D. And also they tell you to get out of bed at the same time. Don't think, well, you know, I don't have to go to work. I can come home. I might as well just sleep in. No, make yourself get up. Make yourself do some work and stuff. If maybe later in the day you wanted to take that nap that you wish you could have took when you were at work, take a quick little nap. Do not get in the bed. I find that if you get in the bed and take a nap, you go into a deeper sleep from my own experience. But if you fall asleep on a couch or the chair, you're probably only going to sleep for 15 or 20 minutes. Sometimes I do take a little power nap in the day for like 15 minutes. And it's just enough to get me rejuvenated. Also remember to maintain your regular routines. Try to keep them as routine as you can. If your kids were used to getting up and going to school at a certain time, have them get up and do some kind of a project. Somebody had said, I saw it on Facebook, that they should start a journal documenting their day so that when they're older, they can show their children, this is what I had to do during this pandemic. And they could draw pictures. They could, if you get a newspaper or something, they could do little videos of themselves, do little snapshot videos. They do Snapchat and all that anyhow, and TikTok. Just something that, you know, like that they could have, that they can reference this when they get older. Try to keep them away from their computers, playing games with each other. Talk to them. Just talk to them. Let them know about you when you were a child. What was different between your childhood and their childhood. You know, things like that. And have them write something about how their childhood was different. Try to give them a sense of their family history too. Who their parents were, obviously you, your grandparents, and maybe if you even remember your grandparents. So then that's sending them back a couple generations. And just who's related to who, have them draw a family tree. Just something, you know, just to keep them occupied. Amp up the physical activity. Put on a YouTube video that you all can dance to. A dance video, an exercise video. Make something fun, like go outside, because it's your own family anyhow. Play a little game of baseball in the backyard with a short, or a kickball, or soccer, or something. Keep them active. And reframe your self-talk. Be positive. Don't say, you know, I'll be so glad when this pandemic's over because then I'll stop eating all this crap. You know, just say, you know what, I'm eating a lot of crap, but, you know, it's kind of comforting me. I'm positive that once this is over with, and it will be over with, that I'm going to be back on track and I'm going to lose this weight. You know what, you really are pretty. You really are being conscious of taking care of your family and looking out for everybody in public by staying home. Just things like that. Avoid emotional isolation. Everybody has a phone. Call somebody. If you need to text somebody, text somebody. If you need to send somebody an email, send them an email. Do FaceTime. There's so many things you can do to stay active with people. I still talk to my neighbors, but we talk from driveway to driveway. So it's, you know, our subdivision is going to have a Easter egg, not an Easter egg hunt, a safari hunt. I couldn't think of the word, a safari hunt. And so they're asking everybody to somewhere on their property that can be seen from the sidewalk, so the kids don't have to come up by your house, but can be seen from the sidewalk, but is hidden well enough, a stuffed animal. And then they're going to keep a journal as they're walking, and they're going to spot the different stuffed animals. And they're going to say, you know, at what house that they saw this particular stuffed animal. Just something to keep the kids occupied. And, you know, just to keep yourself out, too, to avoid isolation. And try to sidestep the stress eating. It's hard. I realize it's hard. And I'm not saying it's not. But anyway. The recipe is for homemade air fryer tater tots, which actually look pretty good, but I'm surprised that they're so high in points. It's 6 on the green and the blue plan and only 1 on the purple. But it does look pretty good. So that's the recipe, and I'll videotape that too so you can see it. So anyway, a 0.8 loss, I'll take it. 217.8 with an 86.4. My goal was to hit 100 pounds by Easter. I don't see that happening. My new goal, I'm reframing it because I do go in 5-pound increments. My new goal is to be at 90 pounds. Lofty goal by Easter, which is 4.6 pounds away, and Easter is 2 weeks from, is it 2 weeks from tomorrow? 29th? 3 weeks from tomorrow. So I think I could do that in 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks already? Yeah, 2. I'm trying to think. It's the 12th, which is 12 days, and today's the 8th and 15th. No, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow is Easter. Oh my gosh, that's hard to believe. Right? Yeah. Jeez. This went by too fast. Oh, anyway, in 2 weeks, okay, maybe I can't lose. Well, no, don't say can't. I'm going to try my hardest to lose 3.6 pounds by Easter Sunday. That's my goal. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the comments and tell me what you're doing to stay on track and how this has changed your life. And share it if you think somebody might like to see it. So as always, maybe I'll see you on my daily vlog, but if not, I'll see you next Saturday. Okay, we're going to create a new routine this week, aren't we? You know we can. And then the recipe is for homemade air fryer tater tots. If you do try it, let me know. You know, I think I might try it, although I'm not going to use 2 pounds of potatoes because it's just Jim and I. So that might cut my recipe down a little bit. But we'll see. But you get 8 tater tots with a tablespoon of ketchup.